90-day retreat devolves into chaos amid allegations of cheating, gaslighting, body shaming and attention seeking. Sophie confronted Rob with new cheating accusations. Natalie claimed Josh mocked her body and Ari accused another castmate of seeking out male attention on the February 10th episode. The latest 90-day couples retreat devolved into chaos during an overnight camping trip that left many of the couples making a laundry list of accusations. At the end of the previous episode of 90-day, The Last Resort, Sophie revealed to Jasmine that Rob had been exchanging flirty messages with other girls, despite his claims that he wanted to work on the relationship. On the latest episode, which aired on Monday, Feb. 10, Sophie revealed that a friend had sent her screenshots that appeared to indicate Rob had an active profile on a dating website. Rob adamantly denied the allegations when Sophie confronted him in front of the entire group. They then accused each other of not trying to salvage their relationship while the rest of the couples watched. When presented with the apparent evidence, Rob claimed he used the app while he and Sophie were separated, and had been unable to access the app in question for 2 years. He later claimed he had not used the app since 2019. Eventually, Rob found a text message from Sophie dated March 2023 that stated, "Me and you are on a break and I give you permission to act single and will not hold this against you." However, when the men brought the evidence to Sophie, she claimed that message was from a different incident and that the dating app was not from that time. Soon, life coach and hypnotherapist Sarah Malone interrupted the quarrel and sent away all of the couples so Sophie and Rob could hash out the issue one-on-one. Once alone, Rob continued to press Sophie over the timeline. Rob argued that Sophie wanted a break for a month, and still hadn't came home, nearly 6 months later. But according to Sophie, she and Rob attempted to reconnect, a few months after they separated. Still, Rob continued to insist that he was the one trying to salvage the relationship, and it was Sophie who asked for the break. "I came here, as a last-ditch effort, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't have much hope because she won't do anything towards this relationship," Rob told the life coach. "All she'll do is look at me and say, 'Rob, you need to fix it.'" Quote. But Sophie felt Rob was not taking this seriously, leading him to cuss her out one last time before Sarah shut down their argument. "This is a good place where we need to take some personal space before anything else nasty is said that maybe we don't mean," the life coach said. Rob then stormed off, but not before yelling to Sophie, "You had a real one." Sophie then burst into tears and raced off to the public bathroom, where she called her mom while sitting on the floor. Eventually, Jasmine and Stacy arrived to console Sophie. Jasmine promised Sophie's mom that the women all got Sophie's back, and vowed to take care of her. Still, Sophie was focused on her deteriorating marriage. For Rob to still just be talking to all these other girls and then get a dating app, it just feels like, how are we ever supposed to work on our marriage if you just are never going to be accountable for anything? Sophie and Rob's argument was not the only one sparked that day. Natalie and Josh also got into a fight, this time about their sleeping arrangements. The tiff began when Natalie confronted Josh about being told that he could not sleep next to her. But in a confessional, Josh claimed his comment was more nuanced than what Natalie suggested. "I said personally, I like to not be bothered or touched when I sleep," Josh explained. And she kind of took that and is now making this a much bigger issue than it is. When Josh defended himself in the parking lot of the campsite, Natalie accused him of lying. "You make me feel body shamed," she wailed, as Josh maintained that was not the case. Natalie then continued to yell at Josh as Florian escorted her away from the conversation. Back at the parking lot, Josh told other couples, "This is why I cannot bring her anywhere, I don't know what to expect." When Natalie and Florian returned, Josh apologized for a second time. But when he went in for a hug, Natalie kneed him in the crotch and mumbled, "Hate you," under her breath. Florian pulled Natalie aside again and asked Natalie to accept Josh's apology. But Josh was at a loss. "I feel like I'm trying to do what I can to be a better partner, to be a better listener, to be a punching bag at this point or whatever it is that she needs to be," Josh said in his confessional. "Could I try more? Could I do more? I mean, I don't know." Finally, the group gathered at the campsite for a therapy session aimed at releasing some of the stress from their relationships through a primal energetic release. But shortly after they got started, Ari stormed away without warning. She eventually rejoined the group, but when asked if she was okay, Ari said, "No. Today was very traumatic for me because everything Sophie's going through, I went through all of that," Ari explained to the group. She added, "I don't need other people to know about what I've been through, but it's been hell." Being here and everyone just rewards the bad behavior or the narcissism, it's difficult. Ari pointed specifically at Julia, claiming that she, constantly, seeks out, male attention. She then criticized the group for calling out some of the men at the retreat, like Rob, for their bad behavior, but not her partner Beni. Julia quickly shot back at Ari, reminding her that she was nowhere near Rob and Sophie's argument because she and Brandon were separated from the group. "I didn't even talk with him," she yelled. "Enough," Sarah shouted several times. "We came here to release. All we're doing here is attacking each other. What is this?" Ari claimed she was not trying to attack her fellow castmates, but instead argued she was trying to make a point. "I just need a break from conflict. I don't want anybody to yell," Ari cried. Sarah approached her and encouraged her to go take space away from the group. Beni was disappointed in Ari's behavior. "I'm very upset because Ari, she's stuck in the past 5 years. Me, I want to practice the therapy because I don't want to miss this opportunity. I want to learn." 90-Day Fiancé. Signs Jasmine should never have been cast amid her deportation fears. Her possible pregnancy may be a publicity stunt and she keeps taunting her ex Gino. Introduction. The mystery behind Jasmine's role on 90-Day Fiancé. Jasmine Pineda, a prominent figure from the popular reality series 90-Day Fiancé, has become a focal point of attention for both her tumultuous relationship and her personal drama. Since joining the cast, Jasmine's relationship with Gino Palazzolo has been anything but conventional, sparking intrigue among viewers. However, as her time on the show unfolds, it seems that there may be more to her story than meets the eye. The intersection of her fears about deportation, possible pregnancy, and interactions with her ex-boyfriend Gino has raised some critical questions about her true intentions and whether she should have even been cast on the show in the first place. Some fans believe that these elements might not just be part of her personal narrative but could be strategic moves to stay in the public eye and create the kind of drama that reality television thrives on. Let's delve deeper into these concerns and explore why Jasmine's inclusion on 90-Day Fiancé may have been more calculated than we initially thought. Deportation fears. Are they real or manufactured for the show? Throughout her appearances on 90-Day Fiancé and its spin-offs, Jasmine has often spoken about her fears surrounding the potential for deportation. Having arrived on the show as a Panamanian woman engaged to Gino, a U.S. citizen, Jasmine expressed legitimate worries about her immigration status, especially when conflict